This is our basic alignment for the spread offense, and the one thing that I would like to stress is that this offense is basically positionless. All the spots where the X's are, those are all interchangeable spots. The young man in the middle, Jacob Parker here, plays what we call the pinch post. That is a spot where we also can put any player at any time into that spot. I'm a whole part whole guy in the way we teach this. So I'd like to show you just first of all the basic entries, the basic movement of what we like to do. We're going to start with just a very simple wing entry pass. As we talk about this is a simple movement that allows two things to happen. The first is Jake stands over here in the middle, cuts off, all the way to the rim, looking for a pass right there. Secondly, ball's back on the wing. We straddle the free throw line, and we are in an attack mode, always looking at the rim, okay? That's not there, okay? So you can see where we're in a post-up with our second cutter. The first cutter has gone to the corner, and now we're in a position right here. What we like to do here in a perfect world is have Jake, who's been facing opposite top foot pivot, open up, and if we can make this pass, we want to make this pass every time. Okay? This creates what we call our two-man game, which the young man at top, Trey Pinckney, comes over the top in a dribble handoff. We sprint down the lane line, and then we all fill back up. We play two-man game here. We'll talk more about that as we get into breakdown. Okay? This offense then becomes a continuity offense, an offense that basically we fill back to the X's, okay? We reverse the ball, okay? In a perfect world, ball's back here. We like to throw a skip, and the ball's back to the wing, and we're in a cutting action again with different players. Okay, so as I've shown you, all four spots are interchangeable. They create the same type of movement, the same thing that we try to do. The only thing that I want to talk about here is the emphasis that we put on cutting. Okay? The mentality we try to create is we want a full frontal assault on the front of the rim. Okay? We are making the defenders have to guard the rim. Okay? So when that pass gets made, ball gets passed here, first cutter is always the top opposite guy. He is in a hard cut. This is a sprint. Okay? We are telling him he has to put his head under the rim, then he continues out. Okay? The second cutter is the wingman opposite. Very hard cut. Boom, setting him up. Again, looking to go to the rim. We are making the defense protect the rim. Okay, by doing that, this man is in a help position most of the time. Okay, if we'll get back, we'll run through that full speed where you guys can see the intensity with which we want to cut. And the emphasis being the cutters. Go. Okay, stop. All right, now, back to your same spots. This is just a simple wing entry, okay? Now the ball gets reversed. Same thing, the other side of the floor. Boom, we reverse it to the wing, ball gets to the wing. Now we're cutting, same emphasis, same concept, okay? Back, let's go back full speed here so we get a look at it. Reversal. Okay? Very good. Emphasis, having to sprint the cuts, okay? Usually as we go in practice, we'll have a treadmill over on the side of the court, and our guys that don't sprint cuts make their way to that treadmill. One thing I want to inject here is you see the big X's on the floor. We put those X's on the floor every day. The X on the wings, our free throw line extended, we get a little bit wider than the lane lines, 10 to 12 feet apart up top, and really not overly concerned with how high they are, okay? If I can space people, we want to space people this way. It does not matter, okay? but we call it fighting for the X's. And one of the things that's very important, and coaches, this is up to you, to what you feel comfortable with and how you want to teach. We have to catch the ball on the X's. We have to catch the ball, be in a position to make the first pass. So we work really hard in the preseason. We work really hard in the summertime about fighting for those X's, making sure that we have free throw line extended. What this does is gives us the angle that we need for, one, the skip pass, but more importantly, the first cutter. Okay, if you get extended up here too high, Dallas is forced to catch the ball up here. This becomes a really poor angle to score the first for the first cutter. It's something we just turn it down. Okay, so fighting for the X's is very important.